Hello, my dear friends. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. Today we're going to be comparing L-1 and EB-1C visas. The pluses, the minuses, everything you need to know before you start applying for this type of visas. At the end of this video, you'll be able to learn how to get a free evaluation of your case from me, something that other attorneys call a consultation and want you to pay them $300. Let's go. Okay, why we're discussing L1 visa and EB-1C visa? Probably some of you are not aware how these two visas are connected. Well, that's because you didn't watch my prior videos about L1 visa, about EB-1C visa. And if you did, I do recommend that you watch those videos because this video is intermediate level or probably even advanced. So it will be easier for you to understand if you know exactly what's L1 visa and what's EB-1C visa separately. The biggest difference between these two visas is that L1 is a non-immigrant visa and EB-1C is an immigrant visa. That means that if you get L1 visa approved, you will be able to live and work in the US up to 7 years, and then you have to go back to your country unless you filed some other type of petition. You will be able to come back on L1 visa after 1 year passes. Stanislav, I got approved for EB-1C visa. When do I get my green card? Well, actually, you already got it. It's just called EB-1C visa. However, in reality, if you get approved for this type of visa, you will get a green card because all categories of visas that starts with EB, these are two letters, meaning employment-based. That means that you will get a residency in the US. And that residency is usually for 10 years with some exceptions which don't apply for EB-1C visa. Okay, most often our clients first get L1 visa starting a new office, meaning opening up a startup business here in the US, affiliated company that's connected to the business outside of the US. And I want to remind you that for you to be able to file for L1 visa, you have to have a business in your country outside of the US where you have at least 15 people under your control. And it's best if you have other managers who you're controlling, and those managers have to control other employees. I call it 3-level hierarchy in your company. You, managers, other employees. So this is a triangle or pyramid that has that 3-level of hierarchy in your company. And that company can open up an affiliated company in the US and start up, write a business plan and transfer you as a manager or executive to scale and grow this business in the US. And I want to remind you that in order for you to extend the L1 visa after first year, after approval, you have to have already 5 employees under your control in the US company. 1 or 2 have to be in a managerial or executive position. Stanislav, but there is like a functional manager and L1B visa. Right, there's other types of L1 visas and other positions that you may be able to perform. However, I'm discussing the most popular way, which takes about 80 to 90% of clients overall. If you want to know about other types of managers and executives and maybe L1B visa, I have separate videos on that. So once you establish that business in US on L1 visa and you got an extension for the first year, then in 2 years you'll have to have your second extension. And in order to get that one approved, you will already have to have 8 employees under your control, out of which 2 or 3 have to be managers or executives. You pretty much build at the end of year 3 the same structure as you had in your company outside of the United States. And when I say the same, I mean conceptually, right? Not exactly the same positions, the same functions. No, conceptually the same thing as was before. Why? Because L1 visa is the visa of an international manager. You have to control other people in the company who control other people. This is a very important concept to understand. That's why I keep repeating it so it gets stuck in your head and you keep going with that thought in your mind. Okay, after you got your approval for the 3rd year extension and you already have 8 people under your control, and probably at this time your company is profitable. So this is a good time for us to file for EB-1C visa and start getting you a green card. Usually it happens after the second extension. However, I have clients who already started doing this after the first year extension. This usually happens when there is a big investment in a company in the US. Usually it's more than $400,000 and up. Right? So 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. And with this type of investment, you will be able to scale and grow your company within the first year if you're a good manager, if you're a good executive. And actually, I have a client right now whom I got approval for L-1 visa about a month ago. And to my surprise, his startup business was already employing 8 people. Because he knew that he'll have to grow this company to 8 people by year 3, he put a lot of money to invest in this in the beginning and started the big operation right away. We got a pretty fast approval for him, and now he's like, Stanislav, I'm ready for EB-1C. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. You have to work at least 1 year. If you already have a company in the US that's been working for at least a year and has 8 employees and is profitable, you can file for EB-1C visa. So you have to work 1 year in a new L-1 company before applying for EB-1C, or that company could be in existence for more than a year and you start working in there and you can file for EB-1C visa. Stanislav, why then you comparing L-1 visa and EB-1C visa if you still have to get L-1 first and then transfer to EB-1C? It doesn't make sense. Okay, this is a good question to ask because you actually don't have to have L-1 visa first before you transfer to EB-1C visa. All you need to have is the company in the US that's been working for at least a year. It has the proper structure, the one that we already discussed. And if this is the case, and it's usually when you purchase an existing business or you started a business in the US before and it grew and scaled without your presence, but now you want to come and scale it even more. So these are the 2 situations when we can skip the L-1 visa process and jump right on EB-1C visa. With immediate EB-1C visa without first getting L-1 visa is that it may take a longer time for you to come to the States. This process may take up to a year and a half because first of all, we need 6 months to prepare the petition for you, then we'll file it, and if it's approved with the expedited processing, which is 15 days, then we have to spend about 2 to 4 months in NVC, and NVC is a National Visa Center, the federal agency that has to do with the immigration process and allocating your case in the embassy, in the proper embassy, and then we have to wait for the interview, and this process may take also 6-7 months. So, and that if everything goes smooth, right? So I'm saying that from the day when you started working on your EB-1C visa till the day you come to the US, you have to be ready to wait approximately a year and a half. That's the only disadvantage. Sometimes, even if I know that my client is able to get EB-1C visa, I may recommend to first apply for L-1 visa for the expedited coming to the US, because with L-1 visa, you'll probably be here in the US in 8 months after we start working today. It's twice as faster to come to the US, and after you came and started working, we can then file for EB-1C and you can get your visa within the United States of America. Smash the like button if you think that L1 is a better option for expedited coming to the US, and also smash that same button if you found the value in this video. If you think that you qualify for L1 visa or EB-1C visa, I need you to go down below this video and fill out the questionnaire that I prepared especially for you, so you could get a free evaluation from me within 48 hours. And this is something that other attorneys call a consultation and want you to pay them $300. Here you get it for free. After I analyze the answers to the questionnaire, I will invite you to the immigration planning, where I will create the strategy of your future petition. Ask the questions and comments below this video. I will definitely get back to you. Subscribe to my English Instagram, in my English TikTok. There's a lot of good and entertaining content. I would say it's the best among all immigration attorneys because it's actual, it's true. It's not something that I want to sell, it's something that I want to educate you about. I am Stanislav Shamayev, the lawyer of your future. Your future begins here. Good luck.